Welcome to this explainer by Forge College. Today, we're diving straight into backing up and restoring seed phrases. As you know, this is part of our blockchain fundamentals track, right inside the wallets and seed phrases practical management module. Now, imagine building a state-of-the-art, ultra-secure bank vault, locking all your wealth inside, and then suddenly realizing you never actually tested the key. Yikes, right? Well, today we are treating your newly created wallet to the ultimate fire drill, making absolutely sure you never have to experience that exact brand of panic. Let's get into it. Okay, so here's our blueprint for today. We'll run through the wallet fire drill, establish your public address anchor, and build out some durable backups. Then we'll execute a clean restore test, hit the verification checkpoint, and wrap up by securing your next steps. All right, let's kick things off with section 1, the wallet fire drill. So, in our previous lesson, we went through the step-by-step wallet creation. And right now, literally before you put a single drop of valuable assets in it, is the absolute best time to run a low-stakes test. To start off, let's clearly establish what not to do. Taking a photo of your seed phrase or typing it into a cloud-synced notes app, doing that is basically the equivalent of standing in a crowded town square and shouting your bank PIN through a megaphone. We are keeping this process totally analog and completely offline. Moving right along to section 2, the address anchor, which is your undeniable reference point. We need solid proof that our backup actually leads to our specific wallet. Enter the anchor. When you've just made your wallet, you got a public address. That long string of characters starting with 0x. You want to copy this exactly as it appears into a secure digital note, along with the date and the device you used. Because public addresses are completely safe to store digitally, this becomes our ultimate "you are here" map dot. We're going to use it to compare our test results against later. Next up, section 3, durable backups, or how we manufacture long-term security. Think of this as assembling your master key. Precision is absolutely everything here. You need to write every single word in the exact sequential order. Number them unambiguously, because trust me, future you will definitely forget if you read top to bottom or left to right. Double-check it by reading the whole thing aloud to catch any weird spelling mistakes. And once it's perfect, store it immediately in a safe offline location. Now, a simple piece of paper is totally fine for our initial fire drill today, but for actual long-term security, you'll definitely want to upgrade your hardware. You might want to graduate to an etched metal plate, something that could realistically survive a house fire, a major flood, or, a dragon attack. Alternatively, you can look into geographically split storage, where you keep halves of your backup in separate, highly secure physical locations. No single point of failure. All right, on to section 4, the clean restore test. It's time to prove your backup actually works. To do this the right way, you absolutely must perform this restore in a fresh environment. It has to be completely free of any residual data or cached keys from your original wallet. We have to guarantee that the keys are actually being derived from your physical backup, not just pulled from your computer's memory. So, spin up a virtual machine, grab an old wiped phone, or just create a completely fresh browser profile. Now, this brings us to a massive pitfall that trips up even seasoned users, the BIP39 passphrase. If you opted to use an additional passphrase during your wallet creation, people often call it the 25th word, you must enter it perfectly during the restore. If you type it wrong, or if you just leave it blank, the wallet doesn't even warn you. It just silently derives a completely different, totally empty address. It's an incredibly powerful security feature, but man, it requires absolute exactness. Which leads us perfectly into section 5, the verification checkpoint. Let's grade this test. You'll want to create a quick scorecard, kind of like a spec sheet, to track your original address, the restored one, and your backup method. Document your mitigations, the devices you use, the whole shebang. But here's the golden rule. This document should never, ever contain your actual mnemonic seed words. It's strictly just a log to prove to yourself that your setup is rock solid. When you look at the public address generated on your clean restore device, it has to be 100%, character by character, match with your original anchor address. 99% is a complete failure here. It is binary. But if it matches 100%, boom, your backup is officially verified and golden. Now, if the addresses don't match, take a deep breath. Seriously, don't panic. You haven't lost a single thing because remember, this is just a drill. Simply run through this debugging checklist. Did you misspell a word? Maybe you selected the wrong mnemonic language, like Spanish instead of English. Did you mess up that bit39 passphrase we just talked about? Or, a really common one, did your copy-paste add an invisible extra space at the end of a word? Methodically check these issues, fix them, and just run the restore again until you nail that 100% match. Finally, Section 6, Securing Next Steps. Let's look forward. Now that we've cleaned up any ephemeral copies of our seed phrase, keep these 3 guiding principles in mind. They are your true north for wallet management. Minimize exposure by keeping things offline. Verify immediately so you never lock funds into an untested vault. And plan for durability so your access actually survives the real world. Sticking to these means you will never face a permanent lockout just because of simple human error. So, are you ready? Mastering this blueprint means you're officially prepared to harden the security on your actual production wallets. You've just proven that you can securely handle the absolute most sensitive data in Web3 without accidentally locking yourself out. That is a massive milestone. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer by Forge College. You now have a verified, impenetrable backup system. But be sure to head over to forge.college to explore our other resources and take your Web3 engineering skills to the next level. I do have one final question to leave you with, though. Now that your digital vault is physically secured, what happens to your assets if you forget where you buried the key? Think about it, and I'll see you in our next lesson on advanced recovery.